Good morning, everybody. It's Rich. It is just an absolutely perfect Sunday morning here in Laguna Beach. I just got back from doing my sunrise energized, my morning routine. Speaking of that, if you were with us last week, all of last week, I did videos on the morning routine, and I gave away my product called the Sunrise Energize for free as a gift to you. So it's still available. If you missed it, go back and look at any of the videos from the last week, and you'll see not only how to do the morning routine, but how to get that product for free, and I hope you take advantage of that. So the main thing I want to talk about today, though, is we want to give away 5 copies of this book. This is Marci Shimoff's, you can see it, Happy for No Reason. Last Wednesday night, I interviewed Marci. Marci, if you're watching, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It was an amazing interview. I know you're very busy, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do the interview. If anybody missed it, go back. In fact, I'll leave the link below the video screen here that you can get the replay of that interview. So, first things first, we have 5 winners of a signed copy of this book. It's signed by Marci. I'm going to sign it. We'll send it to you. Instead of just reading the names in the lingo below, we'll just put the names of the 5 winners. If it is you, make sure that you find me, either email me or find me on Facebook, and give me your address so we can get the book sent to you. So I love the interview with Marci for many reasons. One was I love the story she told of her father, who passed away last year at 91, who basically was just this happy guy. And when she said, "Dad, what do you do? You know, how do you find yourself to be so happy all the time?" She said, "He gave me 4 words, and they were, honey, just be happy." Well, that didn't really work for Marci. She had to really go in and find tools and techniques that would lead to happiness. Basically, she's just not wired that way. I then told the story of my grandmother, who passed away just last month at 95, who was the same way. My grandma, you've heard me talk about her, happiest person I've ever known. And if I would have said to her, "Grandma, why are you so darn happy all the time?" she probably would have said the same thing, just be happy. My point is, they were wired to be happy. If you are blessed with that kind of wiring, you don't need to watch this video. You don't need to really probably pay too much attention to the things that I talk about and Marci talks about, because you're very blessed in that you're just wired that way. Most people, myself included, we need to work at it. So I love Marci for the tools that she shares. If you didn't win this book, go ahead and buy the book, because there's just a wealth of knowledge in there. So I have another book in my hand right now, and this is one that I picked up over the weekend, and I want to just kind of compare the two. So this is just, excuse me, an absolutely beautiful book, and it's by Yogananda. You might have heard of the book Autobiography of a Yogi, same author. This one's called The Divine Romance. The Divine Romance. And what I love about it, I'm just getting into it, I'm like on page 50, but I want to read to you a few passages that he writes about it. It's an absolutely beautiful book, and he basically talks about how life is just an illusion. And in fact, watch, I'll read to you. He says, "This world is a dream place, and we are all dreaming here. This life is not real. You are laughing and crying in the greatest delusion, and it is not worth shedding tears over." So what he's basically saying is that what you think to be your reality is simply an illusion created by the mind. And the mind is the source of all pain and suffering here on earth. And if we can learn to transcend the mind, as you probably heard me talk about, and really live in our heart, we can experience true happiness. So I think the reason I brought these 2 books out, number one, this book says it all, man. If you can figure out that it is just a great illusion and learn to laugh at it and live in your heart, then you can experience more joy than you could possibly imagine. At the same time, we do have a mind, and for most of us it's a very strong mind. So I think what Marci shares in terms of tools and techniques is absolutely critical. So I think we need a balance of both. So that's what I want to share today. So congratulations again to the 5 winners of Happy for No Reason. Thank you again, Marci, if you're watching, for a great interview. Thank you, Yogananda, for your words of wisdom. Have a great week, everybody. As always, I'm here to support you in any way that I can. Thanks.